So when you want to install any SQL Server software, go to the software media. Is nothing but software where you kept. Just go to that folder, and in that different files are there. Okay, so there will be a one file, one setup file is called setup. Just double click it if you have the full rights. Otherwise, just right click it and run as administrator. So you will get the installation window wizard. Yes or no? Just click the yes button. The installation gets started. So here you will get different kind of options. So each option, what you are going to be select. That is very important. So in interview also you will get some kind of questions in interview while doing installation. What are the major options you are going to be performed? So the window wizard is showing like this. This is the first installation landing page. So the left side you can able to see planning, installation, maintenance, tool, resource, advanced, some options are there. So here you will get different kind of options. Okay. So after hardware, software requirements, download a different tools. There is a different online tutorials. Everything will get it. So we will go to the installation option. Just click the installation. So planning here, nothing is there. Just you need to read all the options. So go to the installation, and installation also you will get different kind of options. You can install the SSMS Studio separately. Here click it and you will get it download and install some other tools. Install cluster, failover cluster. If you are working with the cluster configuration, you need to download these and install. These are different options are there. As a basic installation, you can select first option, new SQL Server standalone instance. So I'm selecting the first option. The first option is same for if you want to add the features to the existing installation, same thing. So I have selected the first option, and again the process started. The whole installation hardly take less than 5 minutes. So if you have your RAM and your laptop processor is high, then you will take very much fast. Okay, so when you get this, the next step, you will get it some updates. Okay, so this is the update. When you enable this option, this installation instance is connecting to your internet and getting some updates if any latest updates are available. If you have proper very good internet connection, you can select it. Otherwise, you can leave it. If you don't have internet connection and you can select it, it will take a lot of time. You keep on trying to internet, your internet is not sufficient, your data is not sufficient, you will get some more delay for installation. Whatever the basic features you downloaded, that will be installed, then keep it as empty. You want with latest version, latest updates, if any, you can select this. That is up to our choice. I am leaving as empty. You are also leaving as empty is better. Just click the next button. So here, so if you select it, so include some SQL Server product updates. If you select this also, so you will keep on selecting the internet and you can select it. Okay. Then click the no updates are available till now. So then fine. If any updates, then again it will be taking some time. So next option. So here you are getting some setup files need to be verifying what are the different related things is required to install the SQL Server. If any products are there, if any setup files are required, just it's very scanning. Scan for product updates, download if any update setup file, extract the setup file, install the setup files, everything it is before install, it is scanning. So the scanning is done. Then you can show the result here. Okay, so some scanning is done. So all things are passed. Then select the next option. So here I already told you, right? Yesterday I already installed one instance. You remember SQL user 2 that I just now I uninstalled. Okay, I have two installers already installed, two instances. One is default instance, one is named instance. Now again I am going to be install a new installation, or you want to add some new features to the existing installation. You have two instances already installed. I already told you whatever the SQL server is installed in your machine, we can call it as a instance. Instance is nothing but one installation on your machine. We can call it as a instance. Okay. Just click the a new installation, first one, and click the next button. And here it will ask which edition you want to use. If any free edition, you can select evaluation developer expression. If you have already purchased any proprietary software, you need to enter the product key. In our user practice purpose, you can download either evaluation expression or developer edition. In the industry, in the company or any company, medium level or high level CMM companies, they take the proprietary softwares from the Microsoft and they will get some product key license. So we need to enter this license. Okay. So this will be clear. So and click the next button. So here you will get different kind of options, just terms and conditions. Just you can scroll down or simply you can accept it, nothing else. Okay. Accept all the license terms and click the next button. The license terms means, so which license you purchased, what is the limitation of that license, how many missions you can able to install, if you cross, what action they are going to be taken. These are all some rules of that related to the product. Everything will come into the picture. And next one, what this is the main important here. What features you want to select it. This is the very important screen. So you need to select the database engine service, SQL server, replication service, and I already told you machine learning services, some R programming, Python, this is not required. We are not at all using. If you are using, you can enable it. So, but present we don't want. Full text service is required. Data quality service is required. And polybase also I am not using. This is also not required. Analysis part is also not required. I am not performing any analysis. And I already told you, if already installed any first instance of SQL Server, you will get some kind of shared features. This is only one time installing. We already installed one instance, default instance. That's why these are all disabled. Okay. So that means that is already there. If not there, then you simply select it. So the whole point here, whatever the options you required, you can select. But a basic fundamental point is database engine service. This is mandatory. Other things are as per your choice. But these are all client tool connectivity, basic things is required. Next, if you want all options, if you have enough memory, if you have enough good processor in your laptop or server for practice purpose, you can select all is better. But in the real time, the company, whatever they want to offer, so you need to install those features only. So next, when coming to here, instance root directory, that means where you are installing your software. That option you need to provide here. This is the default path. C program files Microsoft SQL Server. If you want, you can change wherever the directory you want, either D or E or any folder. So this is your choice completely. If not, then leave it default. Just I am leaving as default and click the next button. So this is the feature selection window. This is completed. Next, you are getting some feature rules. Okay, so next one is instance. What instance we need to install? Okay, either default instance or named instance. So the default instance means this is only one instance allowed for one time. ఒక default instance మాత్రమే we can install in our machine. We can install 49 named instances. I already told you. So total 50 installations we can perform in one server. Only one default instance and rest of all named instances. Already one default instance is installed in my machine. That's why we can't install one more. Then go for the named instance. Default instance is nothing but name of your computer. మీ కంప్యూటర్ నేమ్ ఏది ఉంటే అదే డిఫాల్ట్ ఇన్స్టాన్స్ నేమ్గా వర్క్ అవుతుంది. When coming to the named instance, you can give your own name. I am giving my name SQL user 2. Already I installed SQL user 1 also. I am giving the SQL user 2 is the my named instance. So here the interview question is, what are the different types of instance operations while installing? Two options. One is default instance, one is named instance. Just I am clicking the next button, nothing else. So here you can able to see instance name, instance ID, what it is installed previously, everything it is visible here. Previously one default instance is available, MS SQL Server. Second is SQL user 1. These two already installed on the same machine. Standard edition. Okay, and what features you have selected, everything is displayed here, whatever we have done in the previous screen. Next one, version. What is the version number? So ఇక్కడ చాలా సింపుల్ గా ఉంటది. ఏ నేము, ఇన్స్టాన్స్ ఐడి ఏంటి, ఏం ఫీచర్ సెలెక్ట్ చేశారు, ఏం ఎడిషన్, ఏం వర్షన్, everything will get automatically. Nothing we can do. Just click the next button. So the next again, next button. I click the next button. It is going for the next instance configuration. So this is also very important screen. So what are the service accounts? There are the two service accounts defaults, SQL Server Agent Service and SQL Server Database Engine Service. These two are the very important. Other than that, we'll get one more full text service, domain controller launch and SQL browser service. These two for the native browser purpose, we can install these two, but these two are the very mandatory. SQL engine service is nothing but main SQL server is going to be start. we need to select this feature. Agent means this is also for automation purpose. We need to use these two. So ఈ రెండు services చాలా important. And remaining two is for some additional purpose we can install these two. So we are getting 4 services overall. When coming to the account name, this is very important. Which account name we are going to be used for installing this service. ఈ సర్వీసు విండోస్లో రన్ అవుతుంది. ఏ యూజర్తో రన్ అవ్వాలి అనేది అకౌంట్ నేమ్. ఇఫ్ యూ స్పెసిఫై యాజ్ డిఫాల్ట్ సర్వీస్ అకౌంట్స్, ఎన్టీ సర్వీస్, NT authority, local account, like that, you can leave it as it is. But in the real time, they will create some users and they are specifying that domain users are normal users. If you specify your username, you can pass your password. If you leave it as a default, the password will take automatically the service account. And here the service setup type, startup types, either manual or automation, automatic, disabled. Automatic means whenever you start this your mission or server, we shut down చేసి start చేయగానే service will start automatically when you keep it as automatic. When you keep it as manual, so మీరు shut down చేసి మళ్ళీ start చేసిన తర్వాత you have to start manually. Next, disabled means the service will never start until unless again you need to enable. These 3 options, whatever the options you can select, but best option is automatic. Next, coming to the collation, this is nothing but a language selection, just like our language how we are selecting English, Telugu, Hindi, like that. In SQL server also we can select one language for working this SQL server. This is our Indian collation setting. SQL underscore Latin 1 underscore general underscore CP1 underscore CI underscore CAS. So if you go to the customize, you will get a number of options. Each country and region you will get different type of collation setting. This will be changed from country to country. Okay, the SQL server Microsoft is the global product. Every country it will work. China country you will get one collation setting. London you will get one more collation. Like that, each country you may get different setting, but this is the default for our country collation. So please keep it as same. Sometimes something wrong will be coming here. Please take care. Just cross verify it. Okay. This is also interview question. What is the default collation setting for SQL server? Just click the next button. I am not changing anything here. I am keeping as service accounts with default service account names. If you want, you can change. When you change, please take care of username and password. Next, this is very important screen. Type of authentication modes. This is the common for every installation. Any version, SQL Server 17, 14, 20, or sorry 19, or 17, or 8, R2, 8, anything. So you will get the same 2 types of authentication modes. One is Windows authentication mode. Second one is mixed authentication mode. Windows authentication mode means only Windows users, Windows level logins or users can log in into SQL Server. When coming to mixed mode authentication, you have 2 options. One is SQL Server authentication mode and second one is Windows authentication mode. Both users can log in into the SQL Server. So this is the based on our requirement, whatever we want, we can choose it. So best one, mixed mode authentication. You can give the password for SA. SA means system administrator. This is the default account. Super user. I am giving the password. This is very important. You don't forget this password. This is the confirmation of the password. Next, who is the SQL server administrator? How many number of users you want? You can add it. I am adding as current user. సో నేను లాగిన్ అయ్యి ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తున్న యూజర్ని ఐఎమ్ యాడింగ్ యాజ్ ఏ సిస్టమ్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్. దిస్ ఈజ్ మై లాగిన్ నేమ్. He will act as a system administrator. If yes, I make it as a mixed mode means SA account act as a system administrator plus this Windows login account also system administrator. If I forgot anything, I can go with some alternative way. Other than this, if you want, you can add other users also. You can add n number of users. There is no any problem. But as per security reasons, better to add one or two only. Don't add multiple users. Next, data directories means where you are going to be install your main root directory, where you are keeping your data files, where you are keeping your log files, where you are keeping your backup files. This is the default location path. If you want, you can change whatever the directory you want, you can change. This is also our choice. So I already told you, right? Every database having two files. One is MDF file, one is LDF file. MDF file store into the data location. LDF file means log directory, so you can keep it here. So if you keep it both in the also same location, but as per best practices, you should not keep all both data and log in the same directory. So this is I am also keeping as same default options. This in the real time we are changing as per our requirement. So we'll get different drives in the D drive, DEFC, like that. A number of drives are available in the real time. So whatever the drive the client is recommended, we can opt it. Otherwise, we can use as different directories in the real time. You should not keep in all CCC, all DDD. No, one is D, one is E, one is F. Like that, we are keeping all backups in one drive. All data is in one drive. All log files are one drive. All root directories are one drive. Like that is the good way of practice. But in our laptop don't have much rights. That's what I am keeping as same. TempDB. So this is also very important. How many number of temp files you want to specify? Okay, this is this year we recommended for 4. This TempDB is nothing but just like a RAM in our computer. But in SQL Server also internally perform some operations that all the things are performed in the temporary database. This is the temporary database. Whenever you shut down the SQL Server, it will create freshly. This is also called as one system database. I will explain later in detail for this. We have a separate concept called system databases. There I will explain more about TempDB. Just please here, this is the option for temp. So this is also a TempDB files where you want to keep. So if you want to add any other directory, you can add it. By default, we can keep it as same. But in the real time, we are keeping all the TempDB files in a separate directory. Okay. This is about the all the different options. There is a file stream, so we are not using here. Just keep it as it is, and click the next button. Okay, this is the final button. Okay, just everything is summarized is coming. So once everything is summarized, whatever the options we are selected till now from the beginning to now, ఫస్ట్ నుంచి ఇప్పటి వరకు మనం ఏమేమి సెలెక్ట్ చేసామో ప్రతి ఆప్షన్లో అవన్నీ ఇక్కడ డిస్ప్లే అవుతాయి. వన్స్ అగైన్ మనం క్రాస్ చెక్ చేసుకొని దెన్ వీ కెన్ ప్రొసీడ్ ఫర్ ది ఫైనల్ ఇన్స్టలేషన్. మనం ఏమైనా మిస్టేక్స్ చేసామని ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తే దెన్ వీ గో బ్యాక్ అండ్ వీ కెన్ మోడిఫై. So please verify thoroughly whatever the options we are selected here as we selected, is it the correct or not. If anything identify any mistake, then select the go back button and you can correct it wherever you did any mistake. So if everything fine, everything good, then simply click the install button. So this is about the whole installation process. It is a very simple. It should not take hardly 2 to 3 minutes. So if we have our more Okay, so Rasul, which version you are going to be installed? So we'll discuss separately.
2019.
19, which version? Either Express
Express
or
version.
yeah, it might have
Express.
the Express. Okay, so what? You just take the screenshot and send it to me. I will check. Otherwise, you can keep it as maybe
Okay.
the options may be changed. I have not verified it. So if you want, I'll check. I'll show separately. This is the just a simple SQL Server installation. Once done this installation, installation is completed successfully. Then you can install the SSMS Studio separately, and you can use that tool and connect it to whatever the installation instance we installed. Then we can connect it. If everything connected fine, the installation is successfully completed. So you will get the final window with success or failure. If everything succeeded, you will get succeeded option. If anything failed, you will get some failed option. So in installation process, if everything is fine, okay. If anything goes wrong, you want to verify any error or anywhere it is failed, you go to the summary.txt in the default directory. There you will get all the errors if anything failed. I will show that button. In the meanwhile, the installation will take another 1 minute. So if anything goes wrong, go to the where you want to install. So go to C drive, program files, program files. So here MA Microsoft SQL Server. Here I have already installed two, right? I am checking the previous one, user one, because user two is still installing. So here if you go to the one second. Here you go to the then the log. So wherever you can install everything, it will show in the log folder. If anything, you will get an error. So here you can able to find out one summary.txt file. So you can please rejoin again. This will be closed within 10 seconds.